Hi guys, today I'm going to go over top likes and dislikes of owning an Audi S5. This is the B9 generation and things you should consider before purchasing one. So the top dislike, it's not going to be surprising, is Audi's maintenance and how expensive it is. This should not be a surprise to most of you. Any maintenance you have to do at an official Audi dealership will be quite costly. Now, if you have owned German cars, you will be used to this. But if this is your first experience with German brands, it's something to consider and budget for. Some of these cars sold secondhand may not have warranty anymore, depending on their mileage. Make sure you buy CPO and extend coverage if you plan to keep the car for years to come. To note, the B9 generation are pretty solid and quite reliable. If you properly maintain them, you should not have much to worry about. Of course, the biggest factor when buying used will be how the previous owners treated the car. Now, next dislike is Audi dealership experience. Now, I am speaking truly from my experience, and it's been pretty awful, to be honest. The service is always very busy and way overbooked. Just to give you an example, I had a yearly maintenance scheduled months ahead for early morning, and even with the appointment in place, they did not get to my car for the entire day and actually bumped my service to the next day and finished in late afternoon. I spoke with another S5 owner on that day as well. He also had the same situation where he was scheduled for the yearly appointment to be done in the morning and got also bumped and get the same treatment as I do. Now, Audi loaners, whenever I need one, they're never available. They seem to be always out. Even though you may have a contract with them in writing that they will provide you one, don't expect one to be on hand when you need it. So what's going to happen is the dealership will offer you some rental alternative when the actual Audi loaners are out. You will get a rental car instead of an Audi to drive while your car is being serviced. Another thing is the parts are almost never in stock. If anything needs to be done on the car may sit there for some time and you're going to be waiting for parts. This may be an excuse that they just use since the service is so overbooked. Maybe in the end they just say the parts are not available and we have to wait for the parts. Now, when all said and done, after the service is completed, they will still request a survey and ask you to rate them high. You may get a good experience when it comes to purchasing one, but support after the purchase, I find that it's very poor at best. What I would do is check out the dealer reviews on Google and other sites, and also actually speak to someone who deals with a specific dealership and get their feedback on the experience. So next dislikes would be the seats. And I'm talking strictly about the sports seats. They look fantastic. However, they are very firm and they don't offer much cushion support. These are definitely sports seats and you're going to feel that during long trips. Make sure to go on a longer test drive and don't just go around the block for 5 minutes and back. It's an adjustment if you don't own a German sports sedan and maybe coming from a luxury sedan or SUV. One more note on the sports seat is that they are heated. However, cooled seats is not an option on any S5 trim. From what I've heard, Audi never included the cool seats due to the massage feature. Next dislike is the Audi tires. The car comes with low profile 265 30/20 inch with ultra high performance tires, and they're only good for summer, and wheels can easily damage when you hit a pothole. So you will definitely need a second hand of winter wheels and tires. Just prepare for that if driving through the winter in the colder climates. Also, each tire is very expensive and it will run you hundreds of dollars just for one tire alone if you damage it. Keep that in mind if you need to replace all 4 tires. That's going to be a costly maintenance. Next on the list would be the main touch screen. It just looks like it's stuck on the dash and pretty much an afterthought. Audi did not plan properly the interior for B9 generation, and when a larger screen was required for the refresh, they just stuck a tablet on the dashboard. It does look out of place, and I've seen many complaints about it. Another thing that may drive you nuts is the shiny plastic on the center console. Even though Audi offered the carbon fiber upgrades, the center console still gets the cheap shiny plastics that's hard to maintain and scratches very easily. So that pretty much sums up the top dislikes on the S5. Now let's go over the positives. Before moving on, if you can please consider subscribing to the channel for future videos and updates. Thank you. So for the likes, the performance is amazing. It's not the fastest out of the German 3, but you're looking at a low force 0 to 60 and 12.4 quarter mile on a good pass. That's plenty fast enough for majority of people out there. Plus, these cars have an amazing tuning potential and market support. You can easily upgrade just with stage 1 and match Audi RS power and performance numbers with very low investment. Another great thing is the driving dynamics with Quattro all-wheel drive system. My car has the upgraded Sport Diff and dynamic steering. The car handles amazing for what it is, and it's great for all weather conditions, snow and rain. Traction is always there, and you can push the car even in bad conditions. Purists will say it's not rear-wheel drive bias like BMW or Mercedes, but test drive one for yourself and see how you like it. Another likes on the list would be the car returns great gas mileage. In my experience, I am getting 19.6 miles per gallon, and that works out to 12 liters per 100 kilometers with overall driving. On the highway, you can attain 31 miles per gallon, which is 7.5 liters per 100 kilometers. So for the performance and size of the car, that's truly amazing gas mileage. You're not always going to push the car to its limits, so it's great to know that the car can still be efficient and save you money when you're always filling up premium gas. Another like is the interior and ergonomics and tech. Now, some will say that interior is dated since it's been out for many years. However, if you look at the current B10, S5, the new generation, and BMW, the older interiors were just much better. I don't care what anyone says, new generation is all screens, just plastered on the dash, and they're not even integrated. You also lose all the HVAC controls. Audi has always made high quality controls, which are easy to use, and they're so satisfying. Putting everything in the screen is just regressing in my point. If you like screens only, the new generation is for you. However, if you appreciate the physical controls, B9 generation is definitely the one to go with. Next like would be the S5 Sportback. Has great utility and gaps of cargo space, especially if you pull your seats down. Now, I have seen people carry their mountain bikes in the back with no issues as well. You can avoid owning a boring SUV and still have decent amount of space if you have to carry stuff with you on a regular basis. Lastly, the looks. Now, I may be biased, however, the B9 design is something that cannot be easily replicated or replaced. I recall myself seeing them for the first time and right away just fell in love with the design. It's not overstated. Audis are typically just clean and sporty and age well. Even the previous generation B8 still looks amazing when you see them on the road. Latest new gen design just does not have that same effect in my point of view. It's not a bad design, but it seemed to lost its edge Hopefully Audi can tweak this B10 generation design for the refresh and improve it. Overall, latest German designs from all their brands are pretty lackluster, especially from BMW with their oversized kidney grills. Hopefully this summer will give you some additional info so you can make an informed decision when it comes to purchasing your next car. Please subscribe for future updates and leave some feedback in the comment section. Thank you for watching.